Divine timing and human urgency often operate on completely different levels, and most of the frustration comes from trying to force one to match the other. Human urgency is driven by emotion, desire, and immediate circumstances. You want things to happen now because it feels right in the moment or because you're tired of waiting. But divine timing is not based on your current feelings. It's based on a much wider perspective that includes factors you cannot yet see. It considers not only your readiness, but also the alignment of people, opportunities, and circumstances that need to come together in the right way. What feels like a delay is often a precise orchestration happening behind the scenes. There may be situations unfolding, connections forming, or lessons being completed that are essential for the outcome you're asking for. If things arrived according to your urgency, they might come incomplete, unstable, or out of sync with other parts of your life. Divine timing ensures that when something does arrive, it fits into your life in a way that supports long-term growth instead of short-term satisfaction. The challenge is that this process requires trust, especially when there are no visible signs of progress. It asks you to release the need to control every outcome and instead remain open and consistent in your efforts. When you constantly question the timing, you create tension within yourself, which only makes the waiting feel heavier. Understanding this difference allows you to shift your perspective. Instead of measuring progress by how quickly things happen, you begin to recognize the value of things happening correctly. As you align with patience and trust, the sense of delay starts to lose its weight, and you become more receptive to the right moment unfolding naturally, knowing that what is meant for you is being arranged with a level of precision beyond what you can currently perceive. Transformation before manifestation means that real change begins within you long before it appears in your external world. Many people focus only on the outcome. They want the opportunity, the relationship, the success, but they overlook the inner shift required to support it. What you receive in life is not just based on what you want, but on who you are becoming. If your internal identity hasn't evolved to match the level of what you're asking for, the result either won't arrive or won't last. This is why the process often feels slow, because the deeper work is happening where it cannot be seen. This transformation shows up in your mindset, your habits, and the way you respond to challenges. It's in learning patience when things don't go your way, developing discipline when motivation fades, and choosing trust over doubt when uncertainty appears. These changes might seem small, but they are shaping a stronger and more stable version of you. Without this internal foundation, external success can feel overwhelming or temporary. True manifestation is not just about receiving something new, it's about becoming someone who can sustain and grow with it. What's important is that this transformation is not separate from your goal. It is the path to it. Every experience, every delay, every challenge is contributing to the person you are becoming. As this inner shift deepens, your actions become more aligned, your decisions become clearer, and your energy becomes more consistent. Over time, what once felt out of reach begins to match your natural state, and the manifestation no longer feels like something you are chasing, but something that reflects who you have already become. There are moments in life when you feel like you've done everything right. You've prayed, you've believed, you've waited, and still nothing changes. It feels like silence. It feels like delay. And if you're not careful, it starts to feel like rejection. But what if the delay isn't punishment? What if it's actually protection, preparation, and precision happening behind the scenes? Because the truth is, there is one powerful reason your miracles are being delayed. And once you understand it, everything begins to shift. Spiritual misalignment is the hidden gap between what you are asking for and who you are being on the inside. You may be praying for abundance, peace, love, or success, but if your thoughts are dominated by doubt, fear, or unworthiness, there is a disconnect. This isn't about punishment or being ignored. It's about resonance. What you receive in life is often a reflection of your internal state, not just your external requests. If your energy is rooted in anxiety while you're asking for peace, or scarcity while you're asking for wealth, the two cannot fully meet. The delay then becomes a necessary pause, giving you time to realign your inner world with your desires. This misalignment often shows up in subtle ways. You might say you trust the process, but constantly worry about outcomes. You might believe you deserve more, yet tolerate less in your daily life. These contradictions create friction, and that friction slows things down. Alignment requires consistency between your beliefs, emotions, and actions. It means embodying the qualities of what you seek before it arrives. When your inner state reflects clarity, trust, and openness, you naturally begin to move in harmony with what you're asking for. The delay is not there to hold you back, but to guide you inward. It invites you to observe your patterns, release what no longer serves you, and step into a more aligned version of yourself. As that alignment strengthens, what once felt distant begins to feel inevitable because you are no longer chasing it. You are matching it, Capacity building is the process of expanding who you are so you can truly receive and sustain what you've been asking for. Most people think they are ready for their miracle simply because they desire it, but desire alone doesn't equal readiness. If something arrives before you have the emotional, mental, or spiritual strength to hold it, it can quickly turn into pressure, confusion, or even loss. That's why what feels like a delay is often a period of preparation, where your ability to handle greater responsibility, success, or blessing is being developed beneath the surface. This expansion doesn't always feel comfortable. It can show up as challenges, uncertainty, or moments that stretch your patience. But every one of those moments is building something within you: resilience, clarity, discipline, and trust. Without these qualities, the very thing you're asking for could overwhelm you. For example, greater success requires stronger focus and stability. Deeper relationships require emotional maturity, and financial growth requires a grounded mindset. These qualities aren't optional. They are the foundation that allows your miracle to stay once it arrives. What's important to understand is that this process is intentional. You are not being held back. You are being prepared at a level you may not fully see yet. The experiences you're going through are increasing your capacity so that when the opportunity finally comes, you won't just receive it. You'll be able to manage it, grow with it, and keep it. As your capacity expands, your ability to hold bigger outcomes becomes natural, and what once felt too big for you begins to feel like something you were always meant to carry. Hidden blockages are the unconscious patterns, beliefs, and emotional residues that quietly interfere with what you're trying to attract. You may feel like you're doing everything right on the surface, setting intentions, staying hopeful, taking action, but beneath that, there can be unresolved fears or limiting beliefs shaping your reality. These blockages often come from past experiences, disappointments, or repeated narratives you've accepted over time. They operate subtly, influencing your reactions, decisions, and expectations without you even realizing it. For example, you might say you want success, but deep down fear failure or judgment. You might desire love, yet carry past hurt that makes you guarded or mistrusting. These internal contradictions create resistance. It's like pressing the accelerator and the brake at the same time. You're putting energy into moving forward, but something within you is holding you back. This resistance slows down the flow of what you're asking for, not because it isn't meant for you, but because there's something within you that isn't fully open to receiving it. Becoming aware of these blockages is the first step toward releasing them. This requires honesty with yourself, paying attention to your thoughts, emotional triggers, and recurring patterns. When you notice fear, doubt, or negative assumptions arising, instead of ignoring them, you begin to question and reframe them. Over time, this awareness weakens their hold on you. As these hidden blockages start to dissolve, your energy becomes clearer and more aligned. You stop resisting what you desire and begin to allow it. What once felt stuck starts to move naturally because there is no longer an internal barrier standing in the way.